Hi everyone, welcome to Even Star. This is Arwen. This is my Monday movie for this week, but coming to you live today because I decided to have a week off last week. Had a fabulous week in gorgeous Noosa with my wonderful boys. How many great descriptors can I use? But so back now, but didn't pre-record this video. So I thought I should give Facebook Live a go. So here it is. So as always, I will put a link in the comments below for you to get access to my beautiful balancing treatments, if that is something that at the end of this video you decide that you are ready to act upon now and take control of the headaches and migraines that are taking over your life. So let's get into the topic. So headaches and migraines are something that people often come to me for a Reiki treatment. And we all know, oh, here's my cat who doesn't get headaches or migraines but wanted to join in on the live. So we all know that horrible feeling of overwhelming pain, potentially dizziness, potentially vision impairment of some kind, which can be called aura with a migraine, and often wasting, or feeling like anyway, we're wasting a lot of time by having to actually just basically lie down in a darkened room and not do anything, not be able to do all those millions of things you've got on your to-do list, not be able to look after the people you normally look after in your life, and heaven forbid potentially have to have somebody look after you for a change. Taking painkillers or various other treatments, but finding that in fact nothing is really working for you. And it's also very common, especially with migraine, to then have what I call a migraine hangover, where for a day or two after the actual pain and nausea and needing to lie down has gone, you still feel, frankly, pretty crap. So the problem with just treating the symptoms of a migraine or a headache is that you might, if you're lucky, have some results as far as getting the pain to go away, but you're not addressing the underlying causes of why this condition is happening to you. And when we don't address underlying causes of physical manifestations of problems, then that means that they're going to keep coming back and potentially become a chronic problem for you, which is obviously something that we want to avoid. So when you have a headache, and especially a migraine, literally your brain is not functioning properly. So there's a lot of different things that can cause that headache from a physiological point of view, and often that can be a change in blood flow or a change in chemistry in the brain. So you are trying to carry on with your normal life, if you're not restricted to that darkened room, with a brain that is operating on a suboptimal level. Now, obviously, then the risk with that is that you are doing things and making decisions that are potentially not the best decisions that you need to make. So if you are carrying on with a really bad headache at work, potentially you are making decisions that are going to affect whether you get a promotion, whether you achieve something for your client, whether you get a bonus. Who knows what it might be. But other things, other smaller things that we often don't consider are making decisions such as, oh, look, I'm going to get takeaway for the third night in a row for my family because I'm really feeling so bad I just don't want to cook. Now, what is the long-term result of that? Obviously, this has a well-being effect on whoever it is that you're feeding. Having fast food or not looking after our diet is often the first thing that goes when we are not feeling well. And it's really the worst possible thing that you can do, because your body is already under stress from the illness and whatever symptoms you have from that illness or that condition. And it needs the optimal amount of nourishment, and feeding your body food-like substances and fast food means that it is not only not getting the nourishment and nutrition that it needs, but it is also potentially taking on toxic substances that we're not meant to process, food-like substances that are man-made that our bodies are not designed to process. So you're actually increasing the toxic waste in your body when your body is in a situation of disease. So very, very bad decision to make, although it might be seemingly a small one. So how can you work out what the underlying cause of your headache or your migraine is? Well, in most situations, you're very likely to just off the top of your head go, well, I'm stressed or I'm under a lot of pressure, and most often attribute that to something external. So what I would like you to take away and to have a think about is that in actual fact, these things are caused by pressure that we put on ourselves. So from a metaphysical point of view, headache is really about putting too much pressure on yourself. And here is cat number 2 as well, in on the action. No show without punch or jagger. So yeah, headache is caused by putting too much pressure on yourself. And it's really a physical manifestation of your self-criticism. So always in all these energetic stories that I'll talk about, it comes back to loving yourself and recognizing that you can heal yourself. So have a think about, well, where have you perceived yourself to be wrong or invalid? And it can be something seemingly really minor. Migraine then goes a step further and is metaphysically seen as being caused by expecting perfection from yourself. So you have that even higher expectation, you get an even worse version of a headache. So when we don't meet our own expectations for perfection, then we actually can become very angry with ourselves, and the migraine is a physical manifestation of that anger. Okay, so you may actually find that in some circumstances you can use medication or other therapies to treat your headache or migraine, and it does give you some temporary relief, and that's great at the time. But what we want is to basically rid ourselves of these manifestations of energetic lessons that we have to learn about our own self-criticism and expecting too much from ourselves. So we really want to try and deal with the underlying causes, and you are the only person that can work out what that true underlying cause is for you. So the reason that we get a headache is it is your body sending you a message. So you don't want to shoot the messenger by ignoring it and just treating that symptom. You want to look at what the underlying symptom is. So how can Reiki help that? Well, Reiki works on all energetic levels, so physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, and will therefore be able to help you actually treat the underlying causes of the headache and not just the symptoms. So Reiki is well recognized as being fantastic for pain, so will help you deal with the actual pain of the headache, but also dealing with the underlying energetic imbalances in the chakras. Now with headache we often look at the 7th and 6th chakras, but also the chakras to deal with our understanding and recognition and perception of ourselves. So your throat, your heart and your solar plexus are also going to be very important to look at. So when I work with clients, my goal is to really try and help them identify what underlying causes are, and obviously provide them with energetic balance to treat the underlying causes and the physical symptoms. So we're treating all the energetic levels. So I'll certainly give people tips about things that they can do for themselves when they come to me, and that is one of my big goals as well, is to help give people understanding what they can do for themselves to keep their energy centers in balance and to help to prevent these types of symptoms coming out again by looking at the underlying causes. So I can't do a presentation on headache and migraine without talking about essential oils as well. They are one of my favourite tools for well-being, and the reason for that really is because essential oils do also, like Reiki, work on all the energetic levels of the body. So they have a powerful effect on our emotions as well as on physical things. So the number one oil for headache is peppermint. I personally do not ever these days use any over-the-counter painkillers. I will just straight grab my peppermint. Here's cat number two again, because cat number one has now gone away. So peppermint is absolutely brilliant. You can apply it topically, temples, back of the neck, forehead, wherever you're actually feeling the pain, but I highly recommend that as long as you are using a certified pure therapeutic grade oil, that you actually apply it internally. So what I do is put 1 drop under my tongue and 1 drop at the back of the roof of the mouth. So I do this for my children. I have recommended it to many people, and it's absolutely amazing how fast that headache disappears when you do that. So the only oils that I use are the doTERRA oils, and that is because of that therapeutic grading that they get. So you can use them internally. So the other one that I would recommend is one that doTERRA makes specifically to deal with headache, which is a blend called Past Tense. So it's cooling, soothing, calming, and is recommended for topical use. So it comes in a roll-on bottle, and you put it on the back of your neck, on your shoulders, again, wherever you're feeling the pain. All right, so I think that's probably enough. I hope that you have enjoyed my first ever Facebook Live presentation. If you have any questions or you have another topic you would like me to do a video on, then please do get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. And as I said, I will put a link below. If you are ready to act now and help yourself discover the underlying causes of your headaches and migraines and help yourself to heal yourself, book in to have a Reiki session with me now. Have a great afternoon and evening, guys. Bye.